played at least one game, but we've got a mix of bad and good news today. So let's get the bad news out of the way first. The volleyball team had drawn the 9 seed for their 14-4 record, and in the first round they ran into a really tough Hamilton-Wenham team and lost in 5 sets, 3-2. The MHS field hockey team finished off the regular season with a 14-1-3 record, which earned the conference champions the 4th seed. With their first round win in overtime last week, the girls got a matchup against 5th-seeded Triton next. This one not as exciting or dramatic a finish as an overtime game, and Marblehead saw Triton score the winning goal with 11 minutes left. So the best season for the field hockey team since 2007 comes to an end, just their second loss of the season, and in the toughest way, 1-0. See the girls' final game of the season here on MHTV, Sunday, November 13th at 7:30 and Saturday, November 19th at 1 p.m. All right, let's get to the good news. The football team continued their postseason run last week. The number 1 seed Magicians had a lot of confidence going into the game against 4th-seeded Gloucester this week. Once Magician quarterback Drew Galley got on the field, he had a career game, throwing for this 54-yard touchdown to Andy Clow, this 62-yarder to Derek Marino,
and Marino breaks a tackle down the sideline. There he goes. Too much speed. He's going to go.
a 24-yarder to Harry Craig,
Receivers in the formation. There's the pass. Wide open. Harry Craig could score. Stays on his feet. And he powers into the end zone for the touchdown.
and why not? He ran in for an 8-yard touchdown too. Drew was clearly the Marblehead Fitness Center player of the game. Make sure you tune in to watch him and the rest of the Magicians on their road to a state title Saturday, November 12th at 2:30 p.m., brought to you by our community partner, National Grand Bank. And then make sure you get out to Piper Field on Veterans Day, 7 p.m., for the MIAA Division IIA North Final, when number 1 seed MHS takes on number 2 seed North Reading. We here at MHTV will be covering the game, and then we'll show it Tuesday, November 15th at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday, November 19th at 4:30 p.m. A win over North Reading, and the boys are on to Gillette Stadium to play for the D2A State Championship on December 3rd. And more good news, the girls soccer team won 2 tournament games this week and find themselves advancing into the MIAA Division II North semifinals. In the first round, the 6th-seed Magicians beat 11th-seed North Andover 2-1 in a crazy game that, after being tied 1-1 at the end of regulation, went through 2 scoreless overtime periods and then came down to the final kick in a 5-round shootout. With the shootout tied at 3, Meg Ryan scored on Marblehead's final shot for the victory. And what a way to get their first tournament win. Make sure you tune into all the action here on MHTV Monday, November 14th at 7:30 and Saturday, November 19th at 2:30. With that win, the girls advanced to play 14th-seeded Burlington on Wednesday night, November 9th, in the quarterfinal at Piper Field. Now, this game got off to a fast start with an Olivia Eddy laser from about 30 yards out that finds the back of the net and put Marblehead on top early. But then turning right around was Burlington, and under a minute later, they scored on a corner kick to even things out. So you gotta love soccer. Over 65 minutes of scoreless play goes by before this happens.
I mentioned their shouter was battling a minute ago with McKay. They still are. This one's centered. Poulin scores! Marblehead 2-1.
That was my call of the Lucy Poulin game winner right there. What a fun game to be a part of, and we want you to be a part of it too. So tune in to see the full action on MHTV Monday, November 21st at 7:30 p.m. or see it Saturday, November 26th at 1 p.m. The girls will take on 7th-seeded Arlington in the semifinal on Veterans Day at a neutral site in Woburn. Kickoff is 12:30 p.m. So it doesn't look like the regular season finale loss to Swampscott had any effect on the boys' soccer team's psyche going into their MIAA Division III North tournament. They got a first-round bye, so they had time to shake off the loss before taking on 5th-seeded Melrose in the quarterfinal. The Magicians took care of business, winning 3-0. Mike Conlon scored what turned out to be the game winner, and Lucas Copperman and Mac Fisher also scored. See the game here on MHTV Friday, November 18th at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday, November 20th at 2:30 p.m. So with that win, the boys advanced to the semifinal to take on top seed Burke. Now, that game is actually being played as we're taping this newscast, so you can see the final score on the screen now, but I'm going to make one of my bold predictions and say that Burke doesn't play very good competition throughout the year. Their conference is really weak. So if our guys score first, I think they're going to win the game. And when our guys score first and win, they usually win in shutout fashion. So I'm going to say this will be a 2-0 win for the Magicians, and I hope I'm right. Before I go, I just want to say congrats to the volleyball and the conference champion field hockey teams on some tremendous play this season. Hopefully next week we'll have a few more wins to talk about from our football and football teams. For Headliner Sports, I'm Jess Burton. John?
All right. You're going out on a limb with these predictions here, Jess. I think you're like 0 for whatever last time.
I'm not doing well, and this is crunch time, too. I was a little nervous about making this one because I really want them to do well. So.
All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. That concludes this week's Headliner. I'm John Caswell, and on behalf of the entire news team here at MHTV, I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a good week. We'll see you next time.